Hello everyone! Welcome to the stream of the final weekend for the Also Philippines Nationals Catch Edition for this year. I'm Sulawes Kaels, gonna be your commentator for today. I can't wait to see what performances we'll have here. I can't wait to see how they'll both do. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. The start button for the first one has already been released. This battle is going to be quite the interesting one. I seriously hope we're going to be seeing some wonderful scores. I mean, as usual, it's kind of expected. Remember, these two players are very well known for their experience. Oh, what's going on? At the very start, you can see that Maririn is a little bit more consistent, especially on his hidden pick. Not to mention, this is 3 minutes. This is going to be a pretty long pick. Like look at the starting game, 8 points long, indicating how difficult that is really going to be. Accuracy-wise though, both players still are pretty close. So accuracy is really going to be the name of the game here. It is going to be consistency once more. Maririn has been doing a decent job so far on the consistency side. Dude! It's quite a good performance from both teams. But still gotta put in the effort here. Right now, Rustyy actually does have the combo advantage, so consistency is really gonna be towards their favor right now. Actually ridiculous players. Like we're seeing some drops from both sides. And as I say that Rustyy finds one trade which is not going to be good because we're in a sort of slower section right now. It's kind of evident that there's going to be an advantage on adding inside. Makes me realize, should Rustyy go for unhidden things? Because like I think right now it's obvious that Maririn's hidden power is much higher than Rustyy has to offer right now. toxicity is on Rusty's side. Never mind, is there enough time for Maririn to take it? Oh, there could be, but it's a little bit too late, unfortunately. But wow, if that pick was that close, my goodness, are we going to be in for a treat for the rest of this match, really. Now for the second warm-up, we're going to Pakma as well, like these. Out of the bat. Oh, Rustyy finding a top at the very start. Quite the unfortunate run, really. Not one that happened at the very beginning of. And at the get-go, it looks like these faster maps sort of benefit Maririn actually. That's really like the turnaround. So this pick alone, I know that warm-ups only, but like this can set the tone already. How this map? Hidden is gonna be ridiculous. It's like a one. Faster ones seem to be benefiting. I can definitely see that Maririn's gonna. Either that or maybe Maririn is just more fun. However, if I'm not mistaken, this is Rustyy's warm-up. So quite the interesting turn of events we have here right now. As Maririn is really just starting to gain more of that advantage. Not exactly something you'd want. You have to be very careful. As time passes on, opportunities for you to be able to catch up are going to be less. And right now, yes, Maririn is dropping. But Rustyy is not able to find any opportunities to get the lead back at all. So really, just have to be super careful out there. Gotta make sure, have to really make sure that those fruits are something able to catch. Right now, the lead is sort of decreasing. But oh my goodness, there's only a little bit of left, so doesn't matter anymore. Quite the interesting warm-ups. But let's see how this one is going to be going in terms of points and there's the respective say Bay, Maririn has a slightly higher score than Rustyy. If I'm not mistaken, say Bay would be a 2. That's interesting in that regard. Rustyy has a 683,000, while Maririn, I'm not sure. Okay, it was 912k. Either that was just a very bad run for me, or maybe it's something they're weak at. So if I were Rustyy, maybe I'd want to ban a double time pick. If I were Maririn though, I actually don't know what Maririn should. Probably, Gonna be hard to predict. let's go for the map pool. Rustyy, I predict will ban a double. Maybe double time. It's gonna be my prediction. Double time. Yeah, we're still waiting for the ban from Rustyy, by the way. That's why we're taking it. Okay, it's gonna be no mod 3 actually. I think that's the very small. It's a very small. Which I think. Maririn is so good to ban. Imagine if it was King Kai Kai, which I really doubt. I don't know, maybe Hard Rock? Maybe a Hard Rock could be a ban. I don't see Maririn banning Hidden. Gunry. Actually, interesting. That was the hidden. Oh, okay. Totally. Alright, I apologize for the lack of commentary for a little bit. Now it looks like I didn't win for double time 2. And considering that there were some picks in the previous round in which Rustyy kind of underperformed on the double time side, I can definitely see why Maririn went for double time 2. Which in the big scale, it looks like it's a viable pick. Especially considering how, again, like what I said, there seems to be a little bit of a disadvantage on Rustyy's side when it comes to the double time picks. But wait a second, Rustyy actually has a advantage right now from what I've seen. It looks like Maririn has an early drop. It's probably because of the sensitivity of the catcher. You have to remember, it's going to be really sensitive, not to mention these fruits are going to be falling down fast. Accuracy wise, it's really not looking good for Maririn as Rustyy is really starting to build a difference. But wait a second, Rustyy immediately drops that back. Double time certainly helping Maririn right now. I can definitely see why Maririn went for this pick. But again, look at that accuracy. It just seems like Maririn is less stable than Rustyy right now. But as I say that, that's another drop from Rustyy's side. This catcher is really not helping Rustyy's cause for the point. Meanwhile, now we're in the KI section and Maririn just keeping that consistency. Rustyy finding a few drops. That was a big one right there. Really could have cost him the bill if no bill wasn't a thing. But wow, Maririn's consistent. No, never mind. But it doesn't matter. There's not enough time to make any sort of assumption as to who gets this. It's just going to be Maririn. It is all Maririn right now. Very impressive work. 949k against 960k. That's a big difference to start. 22 misses to 5 misses. That alone already tells me consistency is going to be a big factor. And really, it's just going to be dependent on who's just going to miss less and who's going to have the slightly better accuracy. And right now, Maririn certainly has it in the bag as of this moment. But it's still too early. Make any assumption as to who's gonna take this match. 1-0 right now. There needs to be 7 points in order for you to win. Right now, let's look at what Rustyy is going to be choosing. It is going to be Maririn's point, yes. But time is still of the essence here. There are still there's still like a lot more maps. Around 11 more maps. Actually, wait. 11? It is 11, yeah. So yeah, 11 maps left. So there's still a lot of opportunities here for anyone here. But yeah, there's still definitely time. So yeah, I really just hope that they're aware of the beginning. Oh wait, looks like Rustyy's going for Nomad too. I think that's very interesting because if you think about it, Rustyy banned a Nomad. But to be fair, Nomad 2 and Nomad 3 are different from each other, so I understand it's okay to pick a Nomad even though you banned one. It's not like they're the same kind of map really. It just means that you're not allowed to have a map either way. I'm really hoping to see a close match between these two players because like there's the potential for a close match is really there. And I can't wait to see how they're going to be performing on this one. So right now, see what makes this hard is, of course, there's only 1 minute and 48 seconds here, meaning there's only a little bit of time for you to make up for mistakes if you ever commit an error here and there. Though once again, the movement of this flatter is really going to be very important as now Maririn finds a drop. This is not going to look good to start, not to mention that's another one. Not Rustyy, even though Rustyy reached the combo cap a few seconds ago, that was immediately taken back as now both players' combo is left the same. Never mind, Maririn finds a drop. Rustyy actually as well. It's just Rustyy was able to build some separation that Maririn is not able to come back in any sense. Right now, it's just really starting to get more evident. Though, wait a second, Rustyy finding another drop. That's 2 drops in a row for Rustyy. Maririn only 1, but the trade is going to be benefiting Rustyy. It's just going to be ridiculously close. Going from left to right, with the distance that we're seeing right now, and being able to calculate how much you're supposed to go, it's just going to be a big challenge and a big test really to how proficient you are as a catch player. I really hope to see both players prepared for all the maps here. That's another drop from Rustyy. That's actually fatal, but never mind. Maririn finds a drop again. Maririn finding 2 in a row actually. I really thought this would have went to Maririn if there was a consistency, but never mind. This section is really starting to give Rustyy the benefit, ultimately securing the next point. 2 straight points in a row where the player that picked the map got it. Just a testament really that they're aware of their strengths and weaknesses, and that's gonna be big. I actually don't know what Maririn should go for. Should it be another double time pick? I have no idea. Be a pick? I also don't really know. Okay, it's gonna be Hard Rock too. I mean, it does. Let's look at this a little bit. Alright. So Maririn's Hard Rock scores. Match. Oh, wait a second. I don't think Maririn actually played Hard Rock on the match against Kelzu. So we'll have to look at that match versus Mawile instead. So let's look at some of. No, actually, there doesn't seem to be a single Hard Rock pick that was chosen between his matches versus Kelzu. There doesn't seem to be a single Hard Rock pick. And versus Mawile? None as well, actually. So, very interesting because right now, we're gonna be seeing the first time Hard Rock is gonna be played for Maririn, at least after finals, really. Quite the interesting strategy here. And Rustyy does have a Hard Rock score, which I think Maririn definitely noticed. Right now, we're gonna be going for Scars of Fauna. Something I've noticed is like how Maririn seems to be going for the shorter picks actually. So that's quite the interesting thing. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. So right now, it doesn't seem to be working. Considering that, oh, alright, that's the trade for both players, but what was that drop from Rustyy? That was a very significant one. Super nerve-wracking. That's gonna be very nerve-wracking, especially for Rustyy right now, because that's a massive accuracy drop. It's gonna really cause some separation, something like what we've seen in the previous map. So right now, it's all Maririn as Rustyy finds another drop. At least looking at this map. Alright. There's around 600 combo here, or 500. At least I count the sliders. Yeah, that's going to be big. Because if it's only 600 sliders, 600 objects in total, it's only going to be very little room for you to have an opportunity to come back. And right now, Rustyy just finding 2 drops in a row. Not like 2-1. That's just very unfortunate. And right now, Maririn is just running away with it. Really, accuracy is such a big difference, and that combo difference is already big enough. I think that miss on that slider from Rustyy sealed the deal, because like right now, Maririn is just ridiculously consistent on these fruits. Rustyy is really trying to get back. Still a good performance from him, but unfortunately Maririn's consistency just ultimately overpowering every attempt Rustyy has. And both players have just nailed the ending. Either way though, it's gonna be Maririn's point. But oh wow, that's a very convincing win. And Maririn does not secure the full combo in the ending, but it doesn't really matter. That's a huge difference between these two players. 58 misses to 7. That is incredibly big. Like, absolutely no way Rustyy could have came back from that. And now Rustyy immediately answers with the hidden one pick. Interesting because again, Black and Ricky is the ban of Rustyy here. Wait a minute, is Rustyy going for this pick only because it's his own map? My goodness, this has been quite the interesting match so far, and joining me on the commentary booth right now, it's going to be the one and only Cappuccino. Hello there, how are you doing today?
I am back again with zero idea what I'm doing right now again. So, alright, it looks like it's Rustyy versus Maririn, and we're already starting with Future Cider.
We're not really
I am
starting with this pick, by the way. It's already been 3 picks in.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Future Cider, I am very much familiar with this. Very much familiar with this map. This is a very, this is a very alignment heavy map, and as you can see with those stack patterns, you literally have to stand still with some of those patterns. Rusty seems to be struggling at the early sections. Maririn with their trademark consistency, carrying them out throughout the early sections of the map.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit concerning right now because remember, this is Rustyy's own pick, and you do not want to concede a single one of your own picks, especially in the finals round, grand finals round. But wait a second, Maririn finding a drop, and Rustyy at the combo cap right now. This is gonna be huge for Rustyy, especially if Maririn doesn't come back. But luckily, there's still a lot of the map left, so like, oh, that's a massive drop. That's not going to be good for Maririn at all. But Rustyy trades one back.
Oh, looks like despite the despite the drops from looks like regardless of the drops, Rustyy is still holding pretty strong with a 3,000 score difference. However, that gap will be closing very soon as Maririn will be attempting to be taking that lead from him, as Maririn now takes the lead with a 1,000 score difference, but anything can still happen with 100 combo difference between each player.
Yeah,
you can keep in mind, Future Cider is a very pattern heavy map. It's gonna have quite a lot of those overdose patterns.
But wait a second, as you say overdose patterns, both players finding a miss, one miss after another. Though the combo is actually slightly higher on Rustyy's side, but the accuracy is also a little bit higher on Maririn. So I don't know who's gonna be able to take this. It's super close right now, and I can't believe we're seeing this on the grand finals. Just this ultimate performance. Rustyy has to make a statement, however. Remember, this is not only his own pick, but his own map as well. So ultimately, what does it say if you lose on the pick like this? Oh no, never mind, that's gonna be really bad.
Looks like Maririn's still holding really strong with their combo. However, this is not looking good for Rustyy. Maririn is already with a 1 point ahead from Rustyy. So Rustyy needs to pull something out. They need to figure out their technique in order to win against Maririn right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Problem is, Maririn's consistency has never really faded away. Meanwhile, the other side, Rustyy is behind. This is a 90,000 point lead, and it's just gonna grow from here on. Will Maririn be able to secure this and get a break point finally?
However, looks like Rustyy won't be able to catch up, as there's not enough time for Rustyy to catch up. Looks like Maririn will be taking over this pick. That's a very good look from Rustyy here.
As I was just saying, I really thought Rustyy had a good chance at this. Maririn's consistency was just really up there. Very surprised with this result, but at the end of the day, you don't really have time to react. You just have to perform at your best. It's 3-1 right now, but this is only one break point behind. Nothing too much to say about that.
Yep, the early lead isn't really not something that you should be very happy about, because this can still be overtaken from you if we're going with optics in the situation. And I think the reason why Rustyy suffered quite a lot is because of some of the patterns that required you to stand still for a millisecond. So remember, those overdose patterns are literally gonna require you to have very good pattern recognition, and it looks like Maririn has better reading accuracy than Rustyy. So
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely observe that, not to mention, when the AR seems to be, it does seem like Maririn can take advantage of that. Same with the circle size actually, so I really think this pick from Maririn makes a lot of sense. And again, anything can still happen, it's still nothing to worry about, stamina is still very high for both. So we have to really see how Rustyy answers from a breakpoint. Will he be able to take one breakpoint back, or will it wait for another time as Maririn is going to? I know both of you. Regardless.
I really hope that Rustyy would pull something out, because right now there are this is where we can dictate if they can still catch up, because if Maririn earns one more point, they're gonna have to claw back a lot of those points in a higher, steeper. It's gonna take them some time to claw back those points. Looks like both players are doing pretty well in their early sections, and as you may have noticed, Maririn is actually pretty great at high AR maps, which is one of these maps. So this may look like rain patterns, but doing this in a high AR environment is actually pretty hard. Considering the window to react on this map is usually around 150 milliseconds or less. Yeah.
You only have little time to react. Not to mention, right now Rustyy did find a drop and so Maririn is gonna be able to have a very slight lead, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. What does matter is the consistency of both players. Because I know at some point one of these players is going to make a mistake.
Oh, wow, okay. You just said it. You just said it.
But yeah, anyway, my point stands. Maririn does have the lead right now. But again, it's still too early. Because again, we're only in one. And now we're at the K section. I think this is where it really matters the most. Rustyy finding another drop, that's going to be really bad. On the other hand, Maririn, that double S is still intact despite the fast AR, despite the gaps between the screws, and despite those small circles. It's just impressive performances from
Looks like they're hitting those jiggles pretty well. You may have noticed in catch you also have to jiggle your way through some of these patterns. You're literally pressing left and right very rapidly, especially in a high AR environment like this map. Hololive maps are pretty well known for having high AR, and this does not disappoint, because right now Maririn is now on the 1K combo, doing pretty well. It still hasn't broken a single combo. They're now on the 1200 combo as well.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, if Maririn SS this map, I'm gonna be giving away 4 months of support. Alright, will Maririn be able to SS this? Rustyy, unfortunately finding another drop. Meanwhile, Maririn, that consistency, my goodness, both players are performing extremely well. The mere fuck 99 is not enough. And there we go, there's a drop that Maririn has. Unfortunately, there will be no more supporter giveaway, everyone.
Oh, that's really disappointing. I would have participated.
But yeah, anyways, that drop from Maririn doesn't really matter. The separation that Maririn built already between him and Rustyy is a little bit too much now. This break section looks like a quote-unquote break section, but I think it's not really because of the amount of dashes that are still required here.
Oh, that I will tell you, when we talk about breaks in catch, it's usually a jump scare for the hardest patterns that you'll ever see in the face of mankind, and that's what happened as Maririn breaks.
Whoa, what? Wait, that was a very unfortunate break. Maybe this could potentially spell a comeback from Rustyy, but I think the combo difference is just a little bit too... Like if Rustyy had 300, 400 combo, maybe this could be a comeback. But I think time is just running out. Unless Maririn finds 2 or 3 drops in a row here. Well, that's the first one. It's starting to get close. Rustyy started to get some traction. But Rustyy has to take it. Rustyy cannot find it consistently. Maririn finds another drop. Okay, this can be Rusty's point. Never mind!
Full combo reset from both players, now looking almost neck and neck out for each other. However, that's still not gonna be enough as Maririn will be taking another point. Now 4 points with a 24,000 score lead. Hidden, the hidden method is really brutal, man. Maririn just won this by literally just slapping hidden on it. And using hidden to play high AR maps is actually a good reading aid, and we know Maririn is good with hidden, so yeah.
Man, that was so unfortunate. Rusty almost answered with a break point of his own, but time was just not enough. Oh my goodness.
Looks like Maririn has been winning most of these picks. There's only 3 points left for Maririn to take over. Rustyy is looking pretty rusty right now. I hope he derusts at some point because he will really need to be a well-oiled machine right now. God damn it! Did I just make those puns right now?
Well,
looks like we're going with
Rusty still has to win.
Yeah.
His own pick. Because, like, the only thing you can really do right now.
We're going with the lore map. Okay.
So we're going for it. No, sorry. Ito na yung pick mo.
Okay, lore. We all know lore maps are very hard. We've seen Sound Chimera. We've seen a lot of it. We've seen Psytrance from lore. This is gonna be hard. Very, very hard. And it goes to show as well because it's an AR 9.8 map with 4.3 circle size. Oh god, this is gonna be hard.
It is really gonna be difficult. I'm surprised with this grand finals. Of course, it's gonna be difficult. So Rusty wins the spinner battle. Again, I don't think it's gonna matter too much.
Oh, right now on the string section, looking pretty good for both players with only 799 score difference between each other. If one of them breaks, this will dictate an early lead on the map.
But early leads don't really matter a lot, especially for a 3-minute map. What matters more is if you drop at, let's say, the middle section, or even right now actually. Because remember, the combo cap and catch is around 200. If you drop around there, your opponent keeps up to 6. As I said,
everything just dropped.
I said there, that's gonna be Rusty's separation from Maririn here. These fruits are not empty in the sense that the gap that you'll see here is gonna be a lot. Not to mention a lot of dashes as well.
Oh, definitely.
Build that follow up. Rusty's just playing flawless right now.
And keep in mind that catch is not gonna be easier even if the fruits are close to each other, as you can see here with Rustyy breaking, because the more you see hyper dashes, the more it's gonna be hard, because if there's literally no gap between each fruit, it's gonna be a challenge to read, and you can see some of these players are actually struggling with reading close fruits because hyper dashes are not gonna be kind. It's either your reflex gets it or you don't.
Yeah, and I just noticed right now, but Rusty actually found a drop. So this lead that Rusty has can become closer, especially if another miss happens from Rusty, but I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon. Not right now. So here we go. This section, I didn't find a miss. This lead could just increase a lot at this point. And now we're in another section.
Holy oh no, Maririn's trademark consistency is not helping with close patterns right now as jiggles. They struggle to jiggle at those patterns. Those are really hard patterns, as you can see. These are inhuman patterns. And this is coming from a catch player that used to be top 100. Those are inhuman patterns.
That's another drop from Maririn. It's not going to be enough. Even if Rusty finds a lot of misses in this section, a lot of wiggling is needed indeed. Maririn just cannot hold the stability. What a way to answer from Rusty. But there's still a breakpoint that Rusty needs to get. So right now, it's very clear that Rusty's going to be able to get this point very very impressive work. That one miss from Rustyy didn't really matter after all. Just that consistency that he's able to hold right now. A little bit
Holy
too strong.
shit!
A little bit too strong for Maririn to find any semblance of comeback. That's about it, really. 993 from Rustyy. Super impressive performance.
Wait, did they just choke? Did they just choke one of them? Oh yeah, they did choke. Oh my god, didn't matter anyways, because Rustyy will be taking their second point. Looks like we still have hope here because Maririn now only has a 2-point lead. Good job from Rustyy. Looks like we know now. Looks like Rustyy knows where his strengths are, and it seems to be on unusual patterns. Something Maririn seems to be struggling quite a lot. And looks like Maririn will be picking HR3. This would be Site Day. We'll see. A convert map. For those who don't know, some catch players actually struggle with conversion maps. Yeah, these are basically standard maps that have been converted for catch, and some of these converted maps actually goes harder than the actual catch maps. And I can tell you right now because that's how I usually play catch. I just play converted maps. And this seems to be a 9.7 with a 3.8 circle size. This is gonna be an interesting map. Let's see how some of these players will perform.
So yeah, let's see indeed.
Looking pretty strong for both players right now. This is an HR pick. Just remember, HR is gonna make your catcher significantly harder to actually have any leniency. So you have to catch those at the center as much as possible.
In other words, it's smaller.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, it is indeed smaller. And it's just evident as now Maririn finding a drop, but Rustyy trades one back. That precision is very important here. You can already tell that there's gonna be some concerns here. Maririn trades one back, so Rustyy's drop is not that bad after all. As Maririn finds another one. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be the start of a potential comeback that Rustyy has. These dashes are really helping Rustyy to keep this lead. This is a 2-minute and 40 map, 40 long map, so it's not the shortest. There's a lot of opportunities for you to catch up if you make a mistake, but Rustyy's just ridiculously consistent right now. If only a break happens from Rustyy at this moment, Maririn might find some chance.
Keep in mind, hard rock favors precision gameplay. So right now, it's either Rustyy, who just broke, will falter, or it's either Maririn who will be consistent enough to actually get those precise positioning. And right now, it seems to be that Rustyy is trying his very darndest to keep that lead up because that lead is shrinking with 17,000 still left. No!
It's shrinking a lot now. We're at only 11,000 points of difference, and Maririn has a big combo advantage. Oh my goodness, these dashes have been helping Rustyy a lot the whole map, but not right now. As the gap here, the gaps between the fruits have been helping Maririn now. Rustyy is falling apart. That is so unfortunate. That's 3 misses in a row for Rustyy. Maririn, on the other hand, keeping that consistency, absolutely peaking at the right time. But oh my goodness, there's not enough time for any comeback to happen. That's about it, really.
It looks like Maririn would be taking this point because both players also struggle with some of these late patterns. Oh no, this could have been a great upset for Rustyy, but looks like they have cracked under pressure and it's not looking good for them right now.
Yeah, the pressure was a little bit too much, but again, remember, this is still 1 break point behind only. So if Rustyy is able to win his own point and try to strike back, it's still a possibility for Rustyy to take this.
We may see a repeat of last time where we had a grand final performance. I can't wait, honestly. I really hope Rustyy would actually pull off something right now because It would be a shame if they lose right now. And looks like both players are actually pretty strong. However, looks like Rustyy is struggling with like consistency here. Something that Maririn has a good strength here in. So I wonder if this is gonna actually cost Rustyy quite some time, because right now if they don't improve on their consistency as well, you might as well it's gonna be hard for them to compete against Maririn right now. It looks like we're gonna be seeing NM4, Emo Cosine, Magenta Potion. I'm not familiar with this map, but it looks very intimidating.
It looks like Rusty's really going for these nomad picks. I don't know, something tells me that Rustyy just has an advantage on probably more the nomad stuff. I think the mods just really benefit Maririn a lot or something like that. But then again, some of these picks have been very close regardless of the mod.
I think it's not really about the mods, it's about the patterns that for your opponent would usually struggle. Keep in mind, mods in catch does make things a little bit easier or harder depending on who you ask. However, it's the patterns that would actually dictate who will be the better catcher. Because we can see that Rustyy is actually pretty good with unusual patterns. Something Maririn actually struggles because they prefer more linear patterns, as you may have seen. But we'll see, right? We'll see if that would actually be an advantage here for Rustyy.
Yeah, this is 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. So again, I'm gonna point out the emphasis on being able to make up for your mistakes is going to be quite an important task here. But, wait a minute, still a flawless performance from both players right now. So, it's impressive, but I was about to say, they're both bound to find a miss somewhere. Looks like Maririn's gonna be the first to drop, and Rustyy is gonna be able to take advantage of those 2 drops. It's gonna be 2 misses to 1 here. Rustyy has a good position right now though. So, again, you did say something about the patterns here, and it looks like those stacked fruits probably benefit Rustyy a little bit more right now.
Yeah, that is correct, because from how I see, Rustyy's playstyle prefers very unusual patterns, something Maririn really struggles quite a lot. Right now, Rustyy's trying to claw back as much ground as he can, because you don't really want Maririn to be taking over, because once Maririn takes over, their consistency will literally just allow them to just run circles around it, which is what happened for quite a lot in this tournament right now. Oh, Maririn will find a miss as they misread a hyper dash pattern. That will not look good, as Rustyy would have a 75,000 point lead. Those unusual patterns are really doing Rustyy some favors right now. Hopefully it doesn't really betray. Hopefully this pick wouldn't betray him, because this is where his strengths are usually lying right now, on this unusual patterns. Look at that jiggle, very precise. Rustyy finding another miss, however, looks like that won't really cost anything, as Rustyy is still welcome for point lead. However, that lead is closing out because Maririn is now closing in with only 20,000 score difference between each other. Rustyy finding another miss as that lead shrinks and now takes over to Maririn, who is now pulling far behind, taking over Rustyy. And wow,
Ooh, that was a clutch. That was so unfortunate for Rustyy, and that should do it. That's gonna be the 6th point. 2 break points behind now. That is not a good position at all. But think of it this way: it's not over yet. A lot of these picks have been really close, so I don't really think this is gonna matter too much. I know that it's 6-4 right now, as I keep on saying, but there's still chances. I'm 100% sure
There's
this will
still
be.
one more chance for Rustyy. So this is a now or never. This is where sudden death comes in. So I hope Rustyy finds a way to claw back those positions. They were pretty strong on their second point. I hope they can take advantage of that. Looks like Rustyy. Looks like Maririn has been doing pretty well on this entire tournament. So shout out to Maririn for doing so well in this tournament, as same as with Rustyy and the rest of the other participants. You really showed us quite a lot today. How Catch really has some of these subtleties that other people think usually that doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not a tier 1 player. I just I just happened to join the tournament one time, and that was it.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see first. Because, like, we'll have to see first if Maririn picks. I think Maririn ultimately, I mean, there's no more hard rock picks, so I'd say DT1 or DT, yeah, there we go, DT1.
DT1 would be Itu Kanako, Season of Despair. Not very familiar with that map, but from what it looks like, this is gonna be a rather slow map from it. Since, however, most of the map picks that Maririn has been picking are CS4. I mean, I think the entire circle size of the map holds just CS4. So, and it's a 4.2 as well. So, I really want to see how this will turn out. And keep in mind, Rustyy does no room for errors here. If he fails this pick, Maririn would be the Grand Finals champion here. So, however, there's still plenty of time for them for an upset. So, good luck.
Yeah, like, again, this has got to be one of the most nerve-wracking positions for a tournament player. If you're down 2-6, just a lot of stuff you really need to catch up to. Not to mention, if this is double time, I really do think Maririn has a slight advantage. He's comparing, if you were to look at the previous picks.
That is true, because Rustyy right now is suffering at the early stages, and this is, keep in mind, an AR 10.2 map, which is very fast. If you know AR 10, then you know it's fast, very fast. And the converted score for this is still 4.2. However, if you're reading AR 10, this might well as be 4.5 stars. Oh, Rustyy missing a whole pattern, not looking pretty great right now, as Maririn will be leading by 60,000 points. Rustyy missing another time. Is Rustyy cracking under pressure right now, because he's making quite a lot of misreads. This is not looking good for Rustyy.
Yeah, it's really looking dim. Meanwhile, Maririn, that accuracy, the lesser miscount is really going to be helping a lot right now.
And looks like Rustyy has a lot to claw back. However, there's still time. We're halfway into the map right now.
Yeah, there's still some time here. There's still some time, indeed, as you've said. But Maririn needs to find some misses here. It's only halfway through. If Rustyy can keep the consistency, something can definitely happen.
However, Rustyy is not looking pretty well right now. He is definitely rested and oxidized in this map, as he does not read some of these patterns. He is trying his best. He is very well done trying his darn best right now.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's really just Maririn trying to push that consistency. Rustyy performing really well. 98 is still no joke. Absolutely an amazing performance considering how much pressure there's in Grand Finals. And oh, Maririn finds a drop! There's only a quarter left though. Wait a second. Maririn finds 2 in a row. If Maririn keeps on dropping and Rustyy holds his consistency, maybe there's a chance. But ultimately, Maririn needs to drop more. Oh, never mind. So unfortunate for Rustyy. I really thought I could have given it.
Unfortunately, there's not enough map time. It looks like Rusty's upset chances are fading away, and it looks like that would be it, as Maririn will be taking the final point in this grand finals. Looks like Rustyy tried his best. He really tried, but Maririn is too strong. They're very consistent, and looks like Maririn will be taking the final point of this grand finals to be crowned the grand finals champion.
Yeah.
Maririn.
It's gonna be Maririn who is indeed the winner of this one. Congratulations to both players though, as now we're going to be looking at the winner screen here, which is going to be Maririn. My goodness, that's a wonderful performance from both players, but ultimately it is going to be Maririn who takes the point. And by the way, for the tiebreaker playthrough, let's save that for the grand finals, I'd say.
Yep.
But for now,
I would love to see them play the tiebreaker at some point, even though we won't see a tiebreaker
yeah,
in
but
some
then,
of these.
now, for the final match. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be Roido versus Maririn, which is going to be at it is going to be at 8 p.m. tomorrow, I actually believe. So yeah, good luck to both players.
Jesus, this is a stack lineup. Roido and Maririn are one of the strongest players in catch. Oh god, I really hope. We will see some really fancy playing here. This will be like CWC level performance. So yeah, and good luck to Maririn for tomorrow. I will be here as well. So yeah, congratulations to Maririn, and I will also say to Rustyy, even though it's unfortunate, I think you've also won this because you've made it this far. Look, we want to see where Rustyy is right now. Rustyy is actually made it this far to the finals. That is an achievement by itself. So congratulations to Rustyy for making it this far.
Good luck to both players. Thanks so much for coming. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I don't have anything to say other than thank you for having me for the second time.
Alright, thank you so much as well for joining
I really
me.
have no experience.
You really needed someone here in the booth. You did a pretty good job backing, being a co-commentator. I hope I did well backing you up. Well, we gotta be there for each other. But for now, thanks so much everyone for coming to our stream, and see you next time!
Konbanwa.